have been bullied. I've been bullied since kindergarten. I don't feel very proud about myself because I feel like I'm overweight, and I've always been bullied about that.
Me too.
And it's like no matter how much I try to stand up for myself, it doesn't work.
Yes, I've been bullied in my class this year. Someone just calls me names and they don't respect me like I want to be respected. It makes me feel worthless.
I was reading my book and I was trying to read out loud because we were like in a group and like working on something, and someone told me to be quiet, and I was telling them that I was working. We just had started arguing, and they started calling me names like retarded and stupid.
Well, we have one son. I can remember when he was in middle school that he was involved with kids really picking on him. We were hearing about it enough that we were getting concerned, and we really didn't know what to do. Really what we ended up doing, we ended up moving to another school.
I think the biggest concern for me as far as statistics go is, what is bullying? And when schools are asked to deal with incidents of bullying and the teachers are our first line of defense, 90% of our administration thinks that the teachers are handling these incidences successfully in the classroom. The teacher's perception is about 70% of them think they're handling it appropriately. From a student perspective, students think that teachers are handling it at about a 20% appropriate rate.
As a teacher, I knew that there were viable possibilities to help the kids, the teachers, the parents, to educate them as to what can be done, to deal with bullying, to bring strategies to bullying.
Bullying comes from society. Unfortunately, our society has become less respectful, less empathetic towards one another, and as a result, our children pick up what our adults and our community teach them.
It made me feel angry, but also said that he thinks that that's how I am.
Deep down, I know that it's still there, and it's still a hole, like someone shot me in the heart. It's still a hole there. Because the things they said to me, they called me some words that were unpleasant. I know that's not as bad as it could be, and I thank the Lord that every day that I still have a positive mind to keep straight. So.
I've been in education for about 25 years. I've been the principal here for 9 years, and I've come up through the system.
I'm a little boy with glasses, the one they call the geek, a little girl who never smiles, 'cause I've got braces on my teeth, and I know...
Everybody in the world and in an organization, they want to do three things. They want to participate, they want to contribute to what they do, and they want to belong. And so what you try to build is a sense of community in the school.
I believe that social emotional learning as well as character development is essential in order to support the growth and development in children.
Don't laugh at me, don't call me names, don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes.
Mr. Sid, on the other hand, had been a teacher at another Hebrew school in Florida at one time, and had come in contact with Peter Yarrow and the Operation Respect program, and was introduced to this Don't Laugh at Me program. So he did speak to Arlene about this Don't Laugh at Me program, and that this was something that he would like to be able to do, and this was our community, and we were trying to do something in the community.
And the calling was to do something about what was going on in the schools.
And then she, being the go-getter that she is, and has this drive and tenacity, she went and put together all these other people and made this foundation into what it is today.
Don't get your pleasure from my pain.
Well, we also were fortunate enough to be able to find Operation Respect And Operation Respect has been doing this work for the last 12 years, and they're in 22,000 schools. So we called them and asked them if we could be a part of what they are doing rather than recreating the wheel. And we have been able to use their facilitators, their curriculum, their music to be able to do the program in our schools and in the workshops that we offer.
The Foundation for Respectability introduced the Don't Laugh at Me program to myself and then eventually to our school setting. And I believed it was a wonderful opportunity to continue to enrich the children's development in the social emotional learning and to help them learn necessary life skills.
It has been proven that the majority that witness a bullying incident, we call them bystanders, are really the way to change the entire bullying problem by converting them into an upstander.
Don't laugh at me.
An upstander to me is somebody who sees bullying happening and decides to jump in and take action and stand up for the person who's getting bullied.
The Don't Laugh at Me program brings awareness. It brings the awareness and the empowerment of the students to say enough is enough. If they see something, they can recognize it immediately and they can have a solution or they can have an intervention amongst themselves, which statistics show if kids intervene in a bully situation, within 10 seconds it goes away.
7:45 on the school bus. Hey, look over there. There's a kid who's cussing and pulling the new girl's hair.
Mark, going back to the beginning, said, you've got to do this the way your school is going to do it. Don't go out and buy a bunch of signs or get a pledge or buy the program and do it the way everybody else does it, because then there's no ownership in that. So that goes back to the leadership of the school. If the school wants to, dip them in the water and they're done, it never works that way. It has to become a ritual of the school or an integral part of the school on a daily basis.
Mr. Sid has been a wonderful asset to our school. He has been coming weekly to work with children throughout the school on various things, music endeavors where he has sing and has taught them to write their own songs. And through his work and actually being in the classroom with the children, the kids are able to learn more of those strategies and how to deal with bullying, how to create a more compassionate environment, how to handle conflicts when they arise.
I absolutely think that children have to be involved in the solution, because as a society and as a growing society, they need to learn to develop their own problem-solving strategies.
Never-ending battle. We must fight for what is right. Let's replace.
They also have to learn to be upstanders, as you learn in this program, to really be involved and to not allow each other to treat each other with disrespect.
How do you teach someone empathy? You can't teach it. It's something that you learn. So this is a learning experience. It's not a teaching experience, and that's one of the major differences that we see compared to other, programs. And we do have our children write their own music about how they feel. It gives them a voice, and it's a collaborative voice. So they realize that everybody is working together, no matter how diverse that group is.
The foundation had to get involved in the school, become part of the school culture, be one of them. And that is why Mr. Sid was here on a weekly basis from September through December.
So the Foundation for Respectability has brought into Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools, into our elementary schools, that ability to create those upstanders that, they're taught to recognize inappropriate aggressive behaviors, but more importantly, they're empowered to have a voice to say, you know what, that's not right.
We've really been able to create kind of a culture or a community of more compassionate environment, a richer environment, where kids feel safe, kids feel secure, and through their actual commitment to the schools and for providing those services and providing the support, I think that's been possible.
And I'm glad that you guys were able to come to our school. It was fun to have the privilege to go on stage and impact one another, and it was just amazing. It was a fun time.
What an upstander means to me is that it's someone who doesn't just care about themselves. They're not selfish.
I believe that it will be never ending. Never ending.
I like those thoughts, but it almost gets too rhymey for its own good, like you end up hearing the rhyme rather than what we're trying to say.
It was very important that the kids have a safe environment, because if they do, their academic performance will go up. Without pushing, it's just going to go up, because you perform better when you're relaxed and when you're having fun.
There's a lot less bullying since the program's been here.